Hi, I'm Annalise. I'll be your nutrition counselor.
Noah, nice to meet you, Annalise.
Nice to meet you, Noah. What brings you in today?
I'm looking to actually kind of get a hold of my diet and lose some weight.
Okay. So you're looking to maybe learn some nutrition behaviors and aiming towards a weight loss. Is that correct? Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to start by going over your nutrition counseling confidential intake form that you've already filled out for me.
All right.
And then maybe after that we can explore some goals and behaviors that we can target, and we can go from there.
Wonderful.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So first I'm going to go over your confidential intake form. Let's see. Okay, so it says you've listed your current weight as 205. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and your ideal weight is 185.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about your weight history?
Yeah, I've always been normal weight. I grew up playing sports. I could eat whatever I want. I always stayed around the same weight. A few years back, I noticed that I could not eat whatever I want, and I started to gain weight. 185 is kind of where I'm happiest at. It's not a fighting weight, but it's a comfortable weight for me, and it's healthier than where I'm at now.
Okay, you mentioned a normal weight. A normal weight, do you mean a normal weight for you?
No, yeah, normal weight for me.
Okay, so you always...
Somewhere where I feel comfortable with how much I weigh.
Okay, so it sounds like you, maybe in the last couple of years, have put on some weight and you would like to get back to where you feel healthier. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah, where I feel at my best.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your level of nutrition knowledge?
Yeah, I know not enough, but I know enough to get me in trouble. I do look at labels. I don't necessarily read as much as I should on the back. I do look for serving sizes. I do look for ingredients. I try to make choices based on those where I think the product will be best for me.
Okay.
I obviously know that burritos are not the best thing for me, hamburgers, all that. So basic knowledge, nothing more than that.
You mentioned a lot about what is best for you and enough to get you into trouble is what you said about the foundation of your nutrition knowledge.
Exactly.
Is there some guilt there associated with choosing?
And there might be, yeah.
Okay.
That must be the trouble part.
Okay, that's got to be really tough for you.
Yeah.
To feel guilty after you mentioned that burritos are your favorite foods in the confidential intake form.
That is a fact.
Okay,
I love burritos.
So that must be hard for you to have a sense of guilt after you have your favorite foods.
Mm-hmm.
Am I understanding you correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your medical history?
I don't have too many problems. I did have scarlet fever when I was in junior high, but that was just from a massive case of strep throat.
Okay.
Other than that, nothing major.
Clean bill of health otherwise?
Other than that, yep.
Okay, and it says here that you're currently taking a sleep aid. Is that the only supplement or vitamin you're taking right now?
Yes, right now that is.
Okay. And speaking of sleep, how much per night do you feel on average you're getting?
I aimed for 8 hours from the time I get in bed to the time I set my alarm, but it's somewhere between 7.5 and 8 hours.
7.5 and 8 hours. Okay, do you usually go to bed and wake up around the same times?
Yes.
Okay. And as far as your stress, how do you feel day to day? What's your stress level on?
I do have a stressful job. It is on my mind often, but without the job stress, nothing else in my life is stressful. I have a lot of positive things, but work is stressful.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe one of the reasons why you might be taking the sleep aid is because you are up thinking a lot about your job.
Yes.
And worrying, is that correct?
Constantly.
Okay, constant. Okay. And just to go over your exercise, how do you feel about exercise? Is it
It's something that once I'm done doing it, I like it.
Okay.
But getting to it is this is a challenge, I should say.
And can you tell me a little bit about your current activity level?
It's lowest it's been in a really long time for me. I play softball once a week, but it's like old man softball, so I don't get a lot of exercise. And then once a week, I'll go for a run, and that's kind of the extent of it for the past 2 months.
Okay. So it sounds like you really enjoy exercise, but you're not quite maybe fitting it in just yet into your stressful work schedule.
Exactly. Yeah, the routine. I don't have a routine for it, and
okay.
therefore I haven't added it yet.
Okay, I see. Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about, in general, your eating habits? What you maybe feel are your strengths and your weaknesses?
Breakfast is a strength. I always make good choices at breakfast, but normally that's because I bring that with me to work. Other than that, I eat lunch pretty much with the office. So if the office is going somewhere, I'll try to make a good choice from where we're going, but it's still eating out. So I don't have too much control of the actual ingredients.
Okay. And then is dinner, you mentioned here that you...
Dinner, it depends, but like if I've gone grocery shopping and I have groceries, sometimes I'll make a meal, other times I'll graze.
Okay. So it sounds like your convenience, is that
100%.
100% convenience. Yeah. So if you've got the time, you'll plan ahead, mm-hmm. and it seems like you enjoy making. Is that correct?
Yeah, I like cooking. I like
okay.
choosing what I'm going to eat.
Okay. Wonderful. And looking at can you tell me a little bit about your drink consumption? It says here that you do drink coffee. That's just regular coffee?
I drink a latte, actually.
A latte?
It's a latte, and I have that almost 7 days a week, depending on if I go to the coffee shop on a weekend.
Okay, and do you have any other iced tea, any other soda?
I'll have iced tea maybe 3 times a week.
Sweetened, unsweetened?
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened.
It's black iced tea.
Okay. And do you drink alcohol? It says here you do.
Yes, I do. I drink alcohol. Most of my drinks are consumed in 1 or 2 days. I don't drink every day.
So 1 or 2 days, it says 3 to 10 drinks a week. Is that about pretty average for you for a week?
Yeah, I would say that's average.
Okay, and they're in 1 or 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, and what's your drink of choice? What do you drink? Beer? Do you drink mixed drinks?
I drink both. Okay. I'll probably consume more beer than I do liquor.
More beer. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to conduct what's called a 24-hour recall. This is basically where
today?
It can be
more of a typical day.
Yes, you can do a typical day if you can't remember what you've had in the last 24 hours. You can do a typical day. Absolutely. We're going to run through that. That'll help me get a better understanding of where your strengths and where your weaknesses are, and then we can proceed from there. Does that sound good?
Definitely.
Okay. Why don't you start with from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed? Okay.
Does water count?
Yes.
Perfect. I wake up. I'll probably chug at least a glass of water right when I wake up, after I've showered. From there, I go to the coffee store. I have a bottle of water with me that I take to work. I drink that throughout my drive to work. But I go to a coffee shop from home to a coffee shop, get my latte, and I enjoy my latte on my way to work, which is about a 45-minute drive. I'll get into the office and I'll check my emails. So that's about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll either have a piece of fruit that I brought. Normally it's a banana. From there, probably another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the day, I'll have oatmeal. That's kind of been my go-to recently. It's a convenient sealed oatmeal. After that, normally around like 11 or 10:30 or 11, I'll snack on something. Mainly it's almonds. Right now I have trail mix in my desk, so that's what I snack on when I'm hungry. 10:30 is kind of when I start to get hungry after breakfast. Noon is when the office goes to lunch. There's probably about 5 or 6 of us will go. Typically I'll order a salad with protein. That's kind of what I have. I've also been doing like rice and protein. depending on if it's at a Mexican restaurant or a Mediterranean one. From there, I don't, until like probably like 4, if I've brought a snack, I'll have another snack. That's typically an apple when I plan. After that, I'll get home, snack on like sunflower seeds, and that's like around 6:15. From there, if I'm making dinner, I'll make dinner, which is normally some sort of protein and a vegetable, and I'll eat that at around 7:30. And that's typically it. I don't really eat after 8 o'clock.
Okay, and what time do you say you go to bed usually?
Between 9:45 and 10.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go back through this and kind of get a little more detail.
Okay.
So you mentioned when you wake up, you usually have water. What time do you usually wake up?
6:15.
6:15. Okay. And your latte on the way to work. Do you know if it's a non-fat latte?
It is a non-fat latte. It's flavored as well. It's vanilla.
Okay, and how many ounces would you say it is?
Oh
Is it
man,
small?
it's a small one. Probably 16 ounces. That's
Okay.
probably what it fits.
Okay, 16 ounces. Okay, and you mentioned once you get to work, you check your emails and you kind of settle in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you usually have a piece of fruit. What time about would you say that is?
That's somewhere around like 7:45 or 8.
Okay. And then your oatmeal, you mentioned it was a packet of oatmeal?
Mhm.
Is it like a convenience packet?
Yep.
Okay. Is it flavored? Is it,
I think the one I have right now is maple,
okay.
brown sugar, maple something. I
And
really
do you
look.
prepare it with water? Do you prepare it with milk?
Water.
With
Yeah.
water. Okay. And what time would you say you usually have the oatmeal?
That's like 9, a little after 9.
Okay. And then you mentioned at about 10:30, 11 you have trail mix or almonds, some kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me an example of about how much?
Oh, I just
you
eat it
might
out of the
have?
bag.
Is it
Yeah, it's like
a big handful, small handful?
Small handful. My
About-
hand.
Okay, so maybe about a fourth of a cup, half of a cup?
Fourth of a cup, half of a cup. In between.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't.
we'll say a
measure.
third of the cup.
Okay.
That sounds good. Okay.
Third.
Third of the cup. Okay. And you typically go to lunch with your coworkers and have
Correct.
a salad with protein or rice with protein.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of protein are you usually having?
Chicken.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Grilled chicken? Fried chicken?
Grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken. Is there skin on the chicken?
Not to my knowledge. It's just a skinless breast.
Okay.
But I'm not cooking it, so I don't know. Sometimes I'll have steak,
Or steak. Okay.
depending on time of month.
Okay. And is the salad? Is it a big salad? Is it a smaller salad?
They're normally entree-sized portions, so
Okay.
not like a side salad portion, a little bit larger
Okay.
than
It's
that.
like a large salad.
But I don't always eat all of it. And I normally don't finish my meals.
Okay. And the piece of chicken that you're usually having, or steak, can you
It's
show me?
chopped
is it,
up, so it's kind of tough. But
Okay.
I'd imagine it's like a small breast.
Okay. And on those days that you usually have a rice dish, can you show me with your hands about how much? It's about a cup,
Yeah.
maybe? Okay.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Okay. So at 4 o'clock, you're having another snack if you've brought one.
Correct.
And that's typically a piece of fruit.
Right.
Okay. And then at 6 o'clock, you're usually having sunflower seeds or some sort of seed. Can you show me with your hands about how much of the seeds you're having?
A cup
A cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
with shell.
Okay. And dinner is protein again. Is it chicken, steak, fish?
Fish or chicken normally.
Chicken.
Sometimes steak.
Okay. And can you show me about how much you might have?
Like 6 ounces.
6 ounces.
That's what I get it cut to.
And the veggies, are they steamed? Are they stir fried?
Stir fried with spray normally.
Okay. And then 9:45, 10 you usually go to bed. Okay,